Oh, What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Joined today is my co-host, JoJo.
Hi, hello.
And I got an interesting topic to go over today. So, a day off Twitch. Did you hear about this?
Vaguely.
Okay.
I think I knew it happened. That's all.
Okay. So, a day off Twitch, obviously, something that's been a part of Twitch for a very, very long time, and I've used it myself multiple times, are Twitch raids. Now, there's a big plus side to having the raid program on Twitch, and the reason why I think there's a big plus side is because if you have people who use it the way it should be used, kind of like how I use it, where it's like, it's into the night, I'm done, I'm just going to find a random person, and I'm going to raid their channel with all my viewers, so that way in case people didn't want to have to go look for somebody else to watch, maybe they'll just watch that person. I can try and encourage my viewers to like and, you know, spread the love, which is what I normally do. Like, if I'm streaming Final Fantasy 3, I'll go find the person with the lowest amount of followers in Final Fantasy 3 who has a webcam, and bam, I raid them. So, a day off Twitch was basically a whole bunch of people wanted to get together and push back against the fact that, or I guess boycott Twitch because they don't feel they are doing an appropriate job in stopping hate raids. Hate raids are now a new thing. So
that's been a prevalent issue.
Yes. So the raid feature obviously can be used in a bad light as well, which is a lot of people have used it for abusing and targeting people of color and so on and so forth, women, whatever, and doing nothing but hateful messages, which is extremely wrong. If you're doing it, you're an asshole, and we don't want you here. Goodbye. But so a day off Twitch was very interesting. So I did not stream that day, and it was on September 1st. I think they lost over 1 million viewers / like actual like online. Is it really gonna hurt Twitch? No, unfortunately. I don't know, man. I'm kind of like on the fence on this one, and I don't mean that in a way of like I agree with any of the hate raids, because I absolutely do not. They're 100% negative. You should not do them. Let me put that out there. But I feel like I get emails all the time from Twitch about like, we're trying to do this, but we need more feedback on this. We're trying to do this. We need more feedback on this. And it's like, I mean, I get it. Like, if something's going on, something needs to stop. But at the same time, it's like, right now, if Twitch wanted to stop hate raids, the only thing I physically think they could do is to take the raid function out at this point. 100%. That's all they can do.
They need to more aggressively, I guess, punish the people who do them.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, that's part of the issue. It's just enforcement.
IP ban, dude. Done. You're done. Like, easy. Simple.
Right, because, yeah, it's harder to hate raid when you don't have an audience to pick on people.
I completely agree with you. So now that's where my question comes into play. Is it more... So obviously there needs to be crazy fucking punishments for sure. That's a given. Now, but is that enough though? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that's gonna be.
I mean, you can't raid unless you got. You can't cause a big raid unless you have a big group of people together, right? So.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, let's say. I was going to use me as an example. I'm definitely not going to do that. Let's say Joe Schmo, the streamer, has like 80 viewers, and he's like, hey, we don't have the raid function anymore, so I'm going to go pick a channel. I'll post the link in here, and then everybody go over there, and we'll fucking do a hate raid.
I mean, yeah, it's a thing you can get around.
It's for sure. So it's like, in theory, it's like, obviously the rating system was made with great intentions, and it's worked out really well for a lot of people. I've seen the complete opposite, where we've got like guys who are playing or girls who are playing a game, and it's like late at night, and then like one of these big time streamers raid them with like 500 viewers, and they're just like fucking freaking out and crying and shit like that. And like I've seen the good, and we've also seen the
No,
bad.
like they shouldn't take away the feature. I think it's ultimately a positive thing to
So
have around.
as we know, it might not hurt Twitch the whole day off of Twitch, but realistically, I mean, 1 million people. It's a lot of people. Like that's a lot of people. I don't know if it's. I mean, I don't think it's enough to consider it to be the masses at this point. I mean, I think one of the biggest issues. Okay, so anybody can watch. There's just man, dude. This is a dual-edged sword. It really is, because there's no way to do this to a point where it's going to be beneficial for both, right? We just talked about the fact of it's not a good thing to necessarily get rid of raids, right? Because that's one thing they could do, and it would stop all raids. Two, well, it wouldn't necessarily stop all raids, but it would stop the raid function for sure. Two, another thing they could look at is you have to have a Twitch profile to watch somebody on Twitch, versus you do not have to have a Twitch profile to watch somebody on Twitch. But if you have a Twitch profile, or if you have to have a Twitch profile, all these, and this is where, in my opinion, where I think most of this bullshit is going on, is the younger age that think it's just fucking funny to just jump on and do this bullshit. So they wouldn't be able to get Twitch profiles because they're not old enough. Like, obviously, like, let's say you had to verify it with a credit card, you know, like, fucking these kids don't have credit cards. So, boom, there you go. Something, you know, like some skin in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you do that, once again, there's that dual-edged sword. You have that majority of that population who don't do it. Now is a shit ton of loss of views to somebody. Or not somebody, multiple fucking people. For all I know, there could be fucking 12-year-olds watching me play.
You don't have to limit anyone's ability to view. You have to limit their ability to talk. That's the problem. You just need to limit their ability to comment in the chat. Not viewing, that's really the problem.
So, and with that being the situation, okay, so here's a great way to look at it. You have your own Twitch stream. Would you rather be able to moderate your own chat, or would you rather Twitch moderate it for you?
I mean, there is a way to...
There is. I agree.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you can put a...
You could put permabans on words.
Yeah, like you should... I mean, I think Twitch could have a layer of automatic stuff going on, and then still let you do what you want.
Right.
Below that, kind of, you know? Like, they can catch some of this stuff ahead of time, or at least let you opt into letting it catch stuff ahead of time.
I think should be it. Right there. The whole opting in. If you want to opt in to do it, if not, then you can manually do it yourself.
And there's a little bit of it. I mean, you can set, like... set chat to being like subscriber only, but of course nothing's stopping anyone from subscribing and then just being an asshole.
Yeah, but that's like $5, man. Yeah, that's
subscribing is a paid thing, not following. So
there is a follow chat feature too,
also,
but once again, it's like you said, what's to stop them from just following?
That's nothing. Yeah,
that's nothing. There's no skin in the game on that one. They're not going to lose anything by doing that.
Right.
Yeah, fucking. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, man. It's like I don't have like a good situation for this, you know.
Also, I guess I don't know if there's an option on Twitch to say, "Hey, don't let people raid my channel." That would be a smart thing.
But at the same time, you miss out on those potential raids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it still just should be either, you know, if you want to make that choice to say, okay, missing out on these potential things, to then insulate myself, that should be an option.
I just feel the time putting in to put in a function that the majority of people are probably not going to use versus trying to come up with an actual function might not be the best use of their time. I'm not sure, obviously, how long that would take. Probably not long at all, but I don't know. But still, I just feel like right now, let's just go ahead and say Twitch is in the hot seat, right? I feel like in the hot seat, like if they were to do something like that, like, hey, you can opt out of raids, that's just going to piss people off. this is your fucking comeback to that, is to potentially fucking, you know, screw us out of getting rated by actual people who want to watch our content. Da, 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 da. Like, it's, once again, I feel like in today's climate, it is a lot easier for the first couple suggestions just to be like, fuck you, you know, this isn't good enough.
It's the thing where you say, hey, here's a thing we can do quickly and easily, is say,
yeah,
right now, here's an option that we're giving you.
Until we figure out something that's a lot more beneficial.
Right, but like, you need to...
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, obviously, once again, when it comes down to it, I feel 100% people have to have the choice to opt into something. Because I know that was one of the arguments that I heard was like, oh, well, you know, if they automatically start, like, modding chat, da-da-da-da-da, that's like, you know, encroachment on freedom of speech. And it's like, at one point, I get what you're saying. At the other point, it is their platform. They can kind of do whatever the fuck they want to do. But I do understand where they're coming from. Like, for instance, mine's not necessarily a PG-13 stream. You know, obviously, I don't want people jumping in there and saying, like, the N-word or any other kind of racial slur, or, the, you know, just being a jackass in general. But, that being said, like, I would like to be able to control where that buck stops. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't, because I 100% have, like, the majority of racial slurs are completely banned. Like, you can't say them whatsoever in my chat. I already have that there. Because I'm not trying to get fucking caught up on anything. So that's already there.
What minority of slurs are you allowing?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I hadn't went in there and actually edited it.
I know. I figured that's what you meant.
Gotcha.
The idea you're like, you went through and picked the ones you were cool with.
No. But yeah, just the ones that I could think of whenever I went to go set up the filter. Sure. But yeah. But I completely, like I get where they're coming from, because then it's like, let's say, you know, I set those filters, but it's like if Twitch does it, and then all of a sudden it's like, bitch is censored, and then ass is censored, and fuck is censored, and all this other stuff, and it's just like, alright, sweet.
I mean, sometimes they'll be egregious, man. Like, Pokemon won't let you name a Pokemon fart. That's
exactly.
Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's... I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't
it seems like a lot of problem is bots. Also, people just make, you know, like, it's people automating attacks and such, so they need to get better at just detecting.
Yeah, that I agree with 100%. Yeah. They definitely need to get better at bot detection. And that doesn't just go for them.
Complicated for them. Yeah.
That's another thing that's fucking relatively, like, hardcore new, like, always been around, but, like, I feel this pandemic has, like, really put these motherfuckers out of work to the point where that's all they have time to do now is just fucking make all these fucking bots.
Yes, that's the thing. Pandemic has just fucked up everything for everyone.
Look at the fucking trying to get a PlayStation 5, you know, like shit like that. It's fucking nuts, dude. Like, I actually just put a down payment on my Steam Deck just because I was like, I don't want that to be a fucking other PlayStation 5 situation. So, you know. Although, you know, I'm not supposed to, like, see that until, like, after, like, Q2 of 2022. So I'm just like, all right, sweet. I mean, cool, I guess. Even though it comes out this year, it's like, nah, dude. Like, no.
But, you know, to their credit, at least they let you still sign up and say, like, okay, once we have them, we'll let you have them.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
PS5,
I'm happy about
just
that.
like...
And it's only $5 commitment, you know? It's like...
Yeah.
So it was funny because I was talking about, because I definitely got, like, the most expensive one, and I put the $5 down. I think I was talking to my brother, and he was all like... And I was like, yeah, it's only a $5 commitment. He's like, well, yeah, for now, but, like, you know, later on down the road, it's like $600. I was like, yeah, that's, like, later on down the road Chris's problem. That's not, like, today Chris's problem. We'll let him deal with that. Yeah, we'll let him deal with
year.
That. Oh, shit. So, yeah, man, it's just weird. Like, and so the reason why I bring it up, so there was this interesting controversy. So... There's a big-time streamer, and I think me and you have talked about this guy before whenever he went and made the switch from WoW to Final Fantasy 14 or whatever, but Asmongold or whatever the hell his name is.
Oh, yeah, he was a guy, one guy, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so apparently he was straight up like, yeah, I'm not taking a day off Twitch. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, it doesn't happen to me. It doesn't pertain to me. I'm not doing it. And, like... He has his opinions, right? Everybody's allowed to have their opinion, regardless whether you think his opinions are wrong or right. He's allowed to have his opinions. Like, that's the point. he got a lot of backlash from other big streamers for not taking a day off Twitch because they said he needs to learn how to be a leader. And it's like, here's why I disagree with that, right? Like, I chose to not do it because it's like, you know, hey, whatever, it's not going to hurt me not to stream. But there are some people who stream for a living. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, they physically make fucking money off streaming. That day could be a big day for them. They could have had something planned months in ahead. Like, you could set your whole fucking schedule up in Twitch. Not to mention, once again, regardless, I mean, if it's their day, it's not like everybody stopped working. You know, like, I get that opinion. And I don't know everything that he did say, so I'm not even going to begin to start paraphrasing. I'm not even going to go down that route. But I just know there was some stuff that he said that a lot of people disagreed with, and a lot of people were already pissed off the fact that he wasn't going to be taking the day off.
I mean, if he says something to the effect of, "Oh, it's not happening to me, I don't care," then even whether or not he's taking the day off, like, that's a shitty attitude to have.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you can say, "I can't take this day off, but boy, Twitch should suck less."
Yeah.
You know, we can at least nominally support the effort.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know what he said.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go down that road, but what I will say is that what kind of struck me weird, right, is that most of the big-time people I saw jumping his case, I felt they were very hypocritical. And there was a reason why. Whenever you say something like, you should be taking a day off, you should learn to be a leader, be a better leader, or be a better person, da-da-da-da-da. In that aspect, I feel like you're basically saying, like, you owe it to your viewers to show them, like, what you should be doing in the face of injustice, let's say, right? Which, morality, sure, sounds great. But these are the same people who constantly say shit like, I don't owe my viewers anything. Like, I'm here to stream for me. I'm here to do... You know what I mean? It's like the same thing. It might not be for the same cause.
Oh, I mean, maybe
but it's like the same thing.
He should be a leader to other... As a prominent Twitch streamer, he should be a leader to other Twitch streamers. As a big... He needs to be the you know, send a message to them, kind of, you know. If other people see him doing it, then it's like, oh, hey, maybe I should also do it.
Yeah, maybe, but at the same time, once again, I mean, that's caving into the masses of, like, you know what? Like, fucking, you guys control my stream at that point. Not necessarily 100% that, but, like, I could see where that argument can be made. Once again,
So,
go ahead.
What quote that he apparently said was, he said he would do it if every other big person decided to do it, but he thinks, you know, because it's just a bunch of small people doing it, it's not going to do anything. You know, he thinks it needs... But that's a self-defeating concept, kind of. If he did it and was a big person, that may then inspire other big people to do it.
Yeah.
So I see an argument there that, like, he wants to see it. If he's saying it should happen, then he needs to, like, make an effort to make that happen. I don't know.
Right. Because I only caught the end of his rant, because I don't watch him, but it was just something that popped up where it was talking about it, and it was an article that led to, like, one of his past broadcasts, and it was, like, the very end of it where he was talking about, like, you know, I stream for me. You know, I don't do this for everybody else. Like, this is supposed to be a fun thing for me. Like, if this is going to be a thing where it's not going to be fun for me, then I'm just not going to do it. Like, that's why I'm here. I'm here to play games and have fun. Like, I don't care about all the other political bullshit. I don't care about this. I don't care about... I'm here to play video games, have a good time, have fun. That's why I play it. That's why I'm here. Which, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that whatsoever. It does suck that this shit is happening. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I do think that when we're in a situation with someone like him, who, as far as I know, pretty fucking high up there as far as, like, in gold standing with Twitch. Never heard about him being banned. I've never heard about him, like, getting into any kind of shit or anything. And it's like, I just don't think that this is the hill where you choose to sacrifice him on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the shit sucks, but if he's just, like, you know, straight out, like, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, I just, he probably shouldn't have said anything. It was just like, hey, look, you know what? I'm still going to be streaming. I understand that you guys are doing that. It's great.
And you know, to be fair, he didn't say anything that was I don't care about this. You know, he didn't actually say, like, fuck those people. He just said, I don't think this is an effective tactic or whatever without other, you know.
Which that argument can be made.
But then he needs to, you know, it seems like a cop-out on some level because then he's not.
Well,
he's in the position to make that happen.
He shouldn't have said the whole, if all the other big streamers take off, then I will. That he shouldn't have said. But at the same time, it's like, once again, I mean, it's his fucking stream. Let him do what he wants to do. I mean, as long as he's not... I just feel like we've gotten away from the, as long as you're not hurting anybody. You know what I mean? Now it's like, people are being hurt, you should do this because they're being hurt. It's like, as long as he's not hurting anybody, like, I've never seen him promote, like, negative energy. So if that's something that he's like, great, let him exist. He has a massive fucking following. Great. Like, that's that. I mean, that's a guy that I'm like, you know what? There's an okay guy on fucking Twitch. Once again, I do not watch the guy. So if he's like this fucking hate monger and I have no idea about this, I am so fucking sorry. I do not watch. Like, once again, I'll say this again. I cannot watch Twitch streamers. It's just not something I can do. I grew up in a household with my dad that played video games, my older cousin that played video games, and my brother that played video games. We were always fighting for the controller. It is super boring for me to watch somebody play video games. Whenever I have a friend or somebody that I'm supporting on Twitch online, I have fucking 3 monitors, technically 4 with my laptop. I will gladly throw their shit up and be in lurk mode to help support. Other than that, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I'll jump in chat and talk shit for a little bit just to kind of like help keep chat going and stuff like that. But other than that, I can't, man. I fucking can't. Especially if it's a game I like to play. I'm just like, why am I not fucking playing the game right now? Like, why am I watching this person play a game I want to fucking play? Like, it just makes no fucking sense to me. I just can't do it, dude. So, but, yeah. I don't know, man.
I do not know a lot about the guy. I guess he is sort of abrasive or something is all I know, because like the big thing with him in World of Warcraft was some like Blizzard employee calling him an asshole or something, and then he was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Then they're like, no, but like, look at this, you've been an asshole so much, man. But again, but asshole is not necessarily morally bad. He's just maybe,
I get called an asshole all the time. Something. It's great. Yeah, it is what it is. But I don't know, man. Like I said, it's just weird because like some of these people for sure, like I've seen like they used to do content and then they got bullied out of that kind of content because of their opinions on it. So then they gave that content up. And it's like, that's the kind of mentality that you have where like the masses control what you want to do basically at that point, where it's like, for instance, I don't want to specifically give the person I'm talking about away, so I'll try to pick different games. We'll throw you off the trail here. But, like, let's say they played a specific series of games, right? And out of that specific series of games, there was one game that they really, really loved, and they started their channel on that fucking one game. And they gave some opinions about that game, and a lot of people did not agree with that opinion. So now they have basically just given up completely on that game, although their entire spiel is still built off of that game, but they have come completely out and said, no matter what, I will never report. And this is a big person. This is not a small YouTuber. This is a big YouTuber. I was going to say,
it's not just you about Final Fantasy VII somehow.
No, not even close. I would never give up. People can hate my opinion all they want to. I could give 2 shits. This is my favorite game of all time. I'm never giving it up. Anyways, so, and they 100% will never make another video on this game again. They literally came out and said that. They did not play another part of this game. I'm not doing a good job at hiding this trail here at all. Anyways, but there's an online version of this game. And they've never played that. But everybody always wanted them to play that. So now that's all they play, and that's all they talk about, and that's all they stream, and that's all they make videos on. Yeah, so it's like...
Oh, they're really into Grand Theft Auto.
Sure, exactly. 100%.
Online all the time. They had an opinion.
You got it, dude.
About
you caught it.
Vice City Stories for the PSP. That was their favorite game.
Okay. You cracked the case, dude. Fucking JoJo.
Got it.
All right. Grand Theft Auto. You got it.
Covered your tracks.
Bro, I tried so hard to think of fucking series as I was going down that rabbit hole and just fucking blank, dude. Fucking blank. I couldn't think of a fucking thing. Anyway, so yeah, they talked about Grand Theft Auto 3 all the time, got shit on, and they moved on to Grand Theft Auto 5. It's crazy. So I actually really want to try out that IRL shit for Grand Theft Auto. That shit looks like a lot of fucking fun.
Role-playing things?
Yeah, dude.
A lot.
I like watching the cop ones, dude. That shit cracks me the fuck up. Where they pull somebody over and they can fucking like do all the whole like fucking spread them and shit like that and search them and shit.
I don't get it.
It's
like,
hilarious.
I mean, it seems fun for the person on one side of it, and then there's another person who's being arrested.
They can do it to NPCs now.
Oh, okay. All
yeah,
right.
so they can just pull over random fucking people. They can call for backup, all kinds of shit like that. It's pretty great, dude. It's pretty great.
It's pretty. I mean, I'm annoyed that's what GTA is now, because that means they're gonna make single player expansions to that thing.
Oh my god, dude. So this joke is a tad bit in poor taste, but I couldn't help but fucking laugh at it. But there was a fucking comment, and it was a joke, and it was like, the Taliban takes over Afghanistan. The U.S. asked what we could do to get the Taliban to give Afghanistan back, and they're all like, finally fucking make Grand Theft Auto 6. I was like,
yes,
fucking
please.
Oh man, dude. Oh,
it's so long.
Yeah, that Afghanistan shit, dude, is crazy. It's fucking like the biggest thing. I know it's a hard transition, but the biggest thing to me is like, it shows what a huge fuck up we did going there in the first place. Like, we fucked that country up, like big time. It's fucking nuts, dude. Oh my gosh, I can't, man. And it's like I don't see a way out of it, you know, because like it's like back whenever 9/11 happened, it's like fucking all we heard was, you know, bring our troops home, bring our troops home. I feel like now all we're going to hear is like, oh, well, we got to fucking send them back. I just can't wait to hear the propaganda bullshit on why we go back in there. Besides the Taliban, like the Taliban shit, that's messy.
It's already happening.
Yeah, it's already happening. Because if it was,
there's a lot of stories just like, here, let me tell you about. Here, talk to this girl who is the daughter of a man who died in Afghanistan in the army 8 years ago, and she's very upset that we're leaving now because then his sacrifice was for nothing or something, and it's just like trying to make you feel bad. They're already at it.
Yeah, they're already at it. The part that makes me the most pissed off about it, though, so obviously, if a conservative was, or if a Republican was in office, it would be some kind of fucking patriotic story on why we're going over there, 100%, to get you with the good feel good. Like it's fucking Republican game, and we're over there for a reason. I mean, on top of oil, lithium, they're like the fucking biggest spot for fucking lithium. Poppy fields. I mean, that's another one. Like, you know, that shit's all over there. They're huge in resources, like huge in resources, and we'll get to the reason why I bring that up in a second. But with a Democrat in the office, I can't wait to see the shit where it's like, look at how they treat their women over there. Oh, they hate gays and this and that. That's going to be the propaganda that gets us to go over there. 100%. Well, like, we can't let them just treat their people. Not to get us to go over there, but that's going to be like, I mean, Nancy Pelosi's already doing it. Like, she's already started talking about it. Like, it's just fucking crazy to me. But
my prediction would be that we can't, within this Biden term, they can't go back because there's no way he gets to say we're going back in because he has to justify having gone out.
And you know what?
He can't.
So Trump started pulling troops out before he left office.
That's true. Also, like, Obama said we're going to get out of there.
Oh, for sure.
He was in office. Everyone says that.
Everybody says that because it was all bring our troops home, forever.
Close Guantanamo Bay, too.
What do you think the chances are that we pull out of Afghanistan, it goes to shit, and this is like how they hang Biden out dry?
It's possible. Yeah, I mean, they already tried to do that to a degree also, yeah.
I don't know, man. I've read a lot of conspiracy stories on that one, dude. But at the same time, it's like, because of where he's at old age mentally, he is kind of that fucking puppet. You know what I mean? Like, I could see the upside to keeping him around. Like, you know?
I mean, there's definitely other people involved in those decisions.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
He definitely has some trouble talking, in speeches sometimes, but I don't think he's, like, on necessary. I think he knows.
I don't think he's gone. I just don't think I think Biden is a perfect example, and obviously there's other ones lower on the poll as well, as far as like where they're at in the government system. I think Biden's a perfect example of like, holy shit, we need like an age cap
Yeah, I mean,
on a lot of these government positions, like
the real one, the big one is Dianne Feinstein, California. I think she's a senator. She is like 90 or something. I don't know. But she like is barely cognizant of anything that's happening.
It's crazy.
And she wants to run again. She refuses. Like, just retire. Anyone your age in a job would just retire.
But that's the thing, though, dude. It's very lucrative to suckle off that government teat, dude.
Yeah, but like I mean, even other people who have like well-paying jobs retire from their job. That's why you have a well-paying job, is so you can stop doing it.
So eventually you can
stop working.
Imagine being a fly on the wall to see what her daily routine is. I guarantee you, she doesn't do a fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, like it is.
And she gets paid that kind of money to not do a fucking thing.
Right. And there is a distinct chance that the moment she stops, she just dies, right? That it is having something to do is like
true,
energizing her or something, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's not good. It's a bummer.
No, it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it just shows such a fuck up of what we did over there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Right. And so yeah, any argument that's like, oh well, you know, we didn't finish the job yet, we need to stay or something. You had 20 years, man.
Yeah.
If it hasn't been done by now, when do you think it was going to be done?
Well, and it's even like the crazy situation of like, okay, and I had to do research on this because I didn't know this, but like the Taliban were a different group that we trained to fight Russia, right?
Mujahideen.
Yes, to fight Russia.
Yeah.
Right. And now that the Taliban, so it's like we already seen what kind of fuck up we could do when we train somebody our military tactics, and now it's like they're not going to realistically train the Afghanistan army like the same way we train our army. It's not going to happen. So it's like they're never. I mean, I don't see how this one shakes out good in any situation whatsoever. Zero chance this goes down well. Like it's fucking nuts, dude. One of the things that I did here that I completely agree with, because I apparently have done this before, is that anybody that lives there, as far as like an actual citizen of Afghanistan, if they want to leave, we get them out. Wherever they want to go, 100%. Like, you were technically an ally to us.
Right, yeah, we fucked this up for you.
We fucked this up for you. Where do you want to go? Like, fucking England, sweet, we'll drop you off, whatever. Like, that's 100%. 100%. Because, man, dude, and even seeing, like, the fucking videos of, like, those people, like, who are jumping on, like, the wheels and shit of, like, planes and shit that are taking off, it's like, you're not going to survive that. Even if you go up in there, you're going to fucking freeze to death. Like, it's not going to work out, and it's like, but that's better than what could possibly be the alternative for staying there.
Right.
It's fucking nuts, dude. It's rough. It is.
Yeah, it's bad. It's been bad, is the thing, too. It's like, they were out there fighting this whole time. Like, it was not cool any point in this past 20 years, I imagine.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's different bad.
No, and I agree. I don't think it will happen during Biden's term. And if he gets reelected, I don't think it will happen during that term either. I think it will be whoever is next in seat. Not if he repeats seat. I think whoever's next in seat. Which at the same time, it's like, at one point, I don't really believe Biden could win if he ran again, personally, myself. That's just my thought process. But it's like, whenever you look at it, it's like the obvious backup. And maybe it's only obvious because of how these past elections have went. But the obvious backup, in my opinion, would be Kamala. But, man, dude, her fucking test scores are, like, so low.
Yeah.
Like, so low.
I mean, you know, it's so much can change between now and...
100%.
That kind of... The stuff is hard to predict at this point, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're only in 2021.
Right.
Gotta wait till
because also, who are the competitors on, you know... Aside from the idea of Donald Trump running again,
which will happen,
like,
there's no way he doesn't, dude.
Guys.
There's no way he doesn't, dude. You know what?
I mean,
hate or love Trump, Whatever people fucking do, there's one thing I gotta give him credit for is I don't think we've ever had as much transparency into things going on as to whenever he was in office. It's because he didn't fucking care. Because he's used to being on TV, always in front of the camera. So, like, everybody getting fucking up in arms about the whole, like, you know, kids being in cages and shit, which is terrible. I'm not downplaying that at all. It's fucking terrible. We only knew about that because Trump was in there. The shit was happening during Obama. It's happening now during Biden. They're just not letting anybody in to see it. Trump was just like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, people were fucking able to videotape it. Like,
or they were letting people in to see it and just they weren't making a stink about it because on some level it's politically motivated.
For sure, 100%, yeah. But it's just like, oh my god, dude. Like I said, there's one thing to give him props for. That's what he gets props from me for, dude. He was so goddamn transparent. I loved it.
It's hard to make any predictions about a kind of elderly man who eats McDonald's all the time, whether or not he'll be able to run for president in 3 years.
But one of the things, fuck, god damn it! Now I forgot where I was gonna go with that. Shit, I had a train of thought and I got completely taken off on the fucking the kids in the cages thing.
Was it about Afghanistan?
It was something that had to do with that, but I can't remember which direction it was going. It will come to me at some point. But yeah, man, it's crazy just to think of, like, man, dude. One of the things that I remember what it was now. So I was going to get back to the whole resources thing. Okay, so the reason why that pisses me off about, like, the whole morality aspect of, like, you know, whether it's, you know, like, women's rights or whatever over in Afghanistan, that people want to throw their arms up and that's why we need to go back in, whatever the political play is going to be on the Pelosi and all the other shit, is because it's like, if there was no resources in Afghanistan, we wouldn't fucking care. We wouldn't be there.
I
absolutely wouldn't be there.
Without looking it up right now, I imagine there are other places, other countries you can make an argument about that we're not treating women well.
North Korea. North Korea. And there's no fucking resources there. What are we doing about that?
Inside of there.
What are we doing about that? That is the worst. I heard. So I know there's controversy about the chick, and I don't know if you've heard about her yet, but the chick that escaped North Korea when she was 13. Have you heard about her? I think her name's Yunomi.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, then yes.
There's a lot of controversy about her because she tends to lean a little bit more right with some of her beliefs, whatever. I could care less about that.
Yeah, then this is the lady I've seen. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say her story is true, right? I listened to her entire interview with Jordan Peterson, and I listened to her entire interview with Joe Rogan. And the reason why I like to listen to Joe Rogan a lot is because I feel like he does a pretty good job of sitting in, like, in that middle space. Like, I feel like there's not a lot of people that sit in that gray space. Like,
he seems like he will believe whatever you're telling him at the moment you're telling it to him.
I mean more along the lines of, like, politically is what I'm talking about.
So what I'm saying is that, like, he can seem like he is being convinced of a left-wing thing and seem like he's being convinced of a right-wing thing in a conversation.
Right, and there's only certain things, like, and that's where I give him his props for, like climate change, right? Like, a lot, there's climate change deniers, whatever you want to fucking believe. Like, to hear him, like, literally call, who was it, Candace Owens? I don't know, it was somebody on there, but he called them out. I mean, that's the person. Yeah, he, like, called them out directly. It was all like, no, it's fucking bullshit. Like, what do you mean there's no such thing as climate change? Like, Like, whenever there's something that he, like, hardcore believes, like, he will kind of get, like, a little combative, which I like. But so he did an interview with her, and her fucking story, man, I think that podcast was like fucking 3 hours. Her story was rough, dude. Holy fuck. So even if we just look at it as like her story is correct, like the fact that people want to use this morality card whenever it comes to stuff like Afghanistan or wherever the fuck else we're going to take over, I mean, you gotta call bullshit. Like, you have to call bullshit, dude. When we have stuff like North Korea in existence being held up by the fucking Chinese regime, like, bro, the shit that goes on there alone is fucking insane. Fucking, and that's just saying if her shit is true, but there's been, like, so many other people who have escaped and have said the same shit. At least somewhat.
It is just a case of, what, you know, if you're using that argument for Afghanistan, then it applies to a bunch of other places.
Oh, yes, a bunch. But it's just like that one. That was a recent one that I had listened to. I was driving back from a different city, and I was like, "Fuck it, dude! I'm gonna be on the road for a while. I need something." And it was 3 hours long. And I was watching another one of his podcasts where I had somebody on there that I like a lot, and it's a comedian I listen to, and they were talking about it. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I gotta listen to this story. Because I didn't know anything about this chick. And then that's when I went on the whole rabbit hole and started listening to all her shit. Because I know that there's been, like, some conflicting things. Like, I guess her mom doesn't quite back up everything that she's talked about and stuff like that, too. There's a lot of different stuff back and forth. So it's like, I mean, who's to say, right? It's one of those things where we have these stories. But one of the things that were very interesting to me, and this something they talked about during the podcast, and it's also something that, like, you can actually look up yourself, too, is only, and once again, she's obviously more on the right, but only Republican sources, when she came over, only Republican sources wanted to actually interview her and talk about her story. The only time she's gotten anything from leftist sources is if, like, they wanted to get her views on Trump going over there to talk to Kim Jong-un, which is interesting to me, because it's like, and the reason why it's interesting to me is because of what Joe Rogan said, was like, you have a story that is like an actual story about, like, human, like, as a human, like, what you went through. Like, you should be talked to by fucking everybody, trying to get every single ounce of this fucking story out. Like, that's crazy to me that we've gotten so fucked up in this new age where it's mask, unmasked, vaccinated, unvaccinated, left, right, Republican, Democrat, da-da-da. Like, that matters more than something like this. And obviously, once again, it's if it's true. But still, the chance that it could be, the fact that we don't have anybody who's trying to verify these facts, trying to hunt down the people who helped her get to South Korea and verify this story,
yes,
are the people that she escaped over here with besides her mother, the people that she was sold from in China. Like, she has names. She's in America now. She's an American citizen. She has nothing to fear from that whole aspect of the world anymore. So, realistically, it's like the fact that no one is trying to figure this out just to even... Cause, I mean, once again, I feel like if, let's say North Korea is as bad as her story is, the fact that I can't imagine all of us globally being like, okay, something needs to be done about North Korea. We all agree that something needs to be done about North Korea at this point. Blows my fucking mind, dude.
It's just like, at any point, it's hard because China's, like, cool with them, and then you can't...
Yeah, but if we got everybody...
with China, I mean, yeah, it's just like... Do you want to cause a world war over whatever's happening there? And it turns out the answer is no one wants to do that.
Yeah, it
doesn't sound fun.
Sucks, man.
I mean, stuff going there, it doesn't sound fun either.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy, dude. And, like, apparently they've got, like, fucking landmines now outside of their 8 barbed wire fences, so it's, like, basically impossible for anybody to fucking escape now. I was like, Jesus, man. Apparently Kim Jong-un has stepped up his executions with, like, rocket launchers and shit. And I was just like, man, dude, like, if this shit's, like, really going on, it's fucking crazy, dude. That's absolutely insane. I'm sure,
like, it's not a good place to be. I am sure.
He's like the Ramsey Bolton of fucking of the fucking world, dude. It's crazy to me. I don't know, man. Shit's nuts, dude. Shit's fucking nuts.
I don't know enough about her to say. The one is the thing that comes up sometimes, or you can think about sometimes, is that, like, if there are things weird about her story or something, or it seems like she has some kind of, like, agenda she's pushing, maybe there's value in being the one person like her pushing a certain set of ideas that gets her on all the Republican shows or whatever, right? Like, there's monetary benefit there, theoretically.
See, and what was interesting to me, and once again, this is only because I just recently watched it too, I couldn't feel, and I feel like I got a pretty good sense about this stuff, but once again, I'm not perfect at anything, because no one ever fucking is, but I got a pretty good feel, like, of, like, she wasn't pushing an agenda with her story. It was, like, everything after she came to America is where like things get iffy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, she tells the story about how she went to college. She went to Columbia University, and we're at an all-time high for political correctness and all this other shit going on. Is what it is. And she told the story about like how she got. I don't want to misquote her. I want to say she got kicked out of class, but maybe she didn't. But basically, she got into a argument with a teacher because the teacher asked her that if a man opened a door for you, what do you think that symbolizes? And she said decency. And she goes, no, that's a man telling you like he's got power over you. He can hold the door open for you. You can't. Which, to be fair, I have heard some crazy shit at universities. Some like shit like that. And Columbia University is like known for that. So it's not out of the realm of possibility, but at the same time, it's like that's where you could start to feel like possibly like an agenda's getting pushed.
Making the like the absurdist thing.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So, but everything before that, like there was nothing like right or left or nothing. It was just her story. Yeah, you know.
Part of it, but I guess people say there are inconsistencies in the story she tells about getting out or something. So I mean, right, none of that is political. I guess it's just like maybe she hypes it up a little more or appropriates other people's stories to make her own sound more interesting or whatever. But yeah, whatever. I don't know enough about her to.
At the same time, she's 2 years younger than me, and she weighs 80 pounds. Like there was definitely some malnourishment going on.
Like she got out of Korea, and also it happened when she was like a child.
She escaped at 13.
Yeah,
is what she says.
Oh, whatever.
So I don't know, man. It was a crazy fucking story. I couldn't believe it as I was listening to it. I was like, holy, like if this is real. Like I try to take a lot of that shit with a grain of salt because I mean, yeah, Joe Rogan has multiple. I mean, we've got people who worked in Area 51.
I mean, right, there is that element too.
You know,
you're listening. You say you can't believe it while you're listening to it. Like,
yeah,
maybe your instinct is right sometimes.
Yeah,
in that sort of case.
I don't know, man. Like, I will say the one thing that threw me off at all about her story would be the fact that, like, I bet at the same time, man, it's just like not being born in that climate. It's hard to know how you would react. But she talks about like how she had no empathy for dead people. You know, like she would just see bodies everywhere. But if that's all you know, like I could kind of see, like, it's just like, it's just there's fucking 5 bodies piled up over there. She's like, they would find bodies down in the river. They'd find bodies at the train station. There'd just be bodies on the sidewalk.
I don't know. I mean, are there other people coming out of North Korea saying they're just bodies on the sidewalk? I feel like even the shittiest version of North Korea would clean up. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I shouldn't argue with.
It's one of those things where it's like you really wouldn't know unless you went there, but no one is signing up to go to fucking North Korea. Like, fuck it, it's not happening. Like,
but they used to I don't know what they do now, but they used to let like Americans go in sometimes, and like there are parts they would show you.
But see, so that's where it's exactly. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Like that alone, it kind of corroborates your story just a little bit.
I mean, what's what you're saying? Like they have to clean up those bodies.
Yeah, right? Like we can't let you see the bodies. We got to fucking stock some food over here so it looks like we actually have a grocery store or some shit. Yeah. It's just I don't know, man. That shit's fucking nuts to me.
It is.
And the weird part, and this one, like I actually did research on because I thought it was interesting, where he was asking her, since she does lean more towards the right, she had made a public statement that she was upset about Trump meeting with Kim Jong-un. And what her beef was with it. And she said that China never gave him, like, the light of day. Like, they respected his dad or feared his... Well, not feared, but respected his dad, whatever. But, like, he was, like, the kid. Like, no one gave a shit about him. Like, he had never been to China or da-da-da-da-da. And then it's like Trump wanted to go over there. And apparently, like, China found out about that. And so they invited him to show up like the day before Trump came over to protect their investment, because that's the way they look at it. Is like North Korea is like that last barrier from the West getting into China.
Yeah, more than any appreciation for the place. Like they just don't want us to be in a
for sure.
Yeah,
exactly, 100%. So it's just, man, dude, it's crazy, dude. Fucking blew my mind. I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, oh my god, dude, this is, woo. Yeah, I mean, she does say some controversial shit, so I could definitely see why she has like a lot of fucking hate, like a lot of hate.
It's so hard to. I mean, there's like a weird, like when stuff was going on with Cuba recently, you would get people saying completely opposite things about it, sort of coming out of there, like, and who were there, like it's Cubans saying completely opposite things. It's so hard to tell sometimes.
It's fucking nuts, man. It just gives you that sense of like how fucking big the world like actually is. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where it's like, man, dude, does that shit actually happen in North Korea? And it's not even a situation of like I don't want to go. Well, I mean, it is a situation, but I don't want to go. But I would. The chances of me ever actually going to North Korea, just realistically and financially, regardless of what, are like never. Like, never. Like, I'll never know. And that's just crazy to me, dude. Like, it's on the same planet as me, but I'll never know.
I mean, there's 200-something countries. You'll never go to most of them.
I was thinking about that the other day, about how I kind of wanted to think of, like, now that I have a kid, of, like, what would be something that'd be cool for, like, vacations, like family vacations. Oh, let's go see all 50 states, you know? And I started thinking about it. Like, if you do one vacation a year, 50 states, like, fucking, we'll hit all of them by the time, like, 80. Like, that's terrible, dude. Like, I won't be wanting to fucking travel to fucking
that's
states
the thing.
and shit, you know what I mean?
We've been to, like, 48 states and then wants to, like, finish the total or whatever. It's just, like, is the achievement worth it? Like, do you really need to see South Dakota or whatever? Like,
I mean, there's some states that are definitely worth it, you know? But it's like, for sure.
It's the thing is, like, Indiana's fine. It's my neighbor. But like, I wouldn't say anyone needs to go see Indiana.
Right?
It's innocuous, I guess.
But like, for you, perfect example, you know, like South Dakota. I remember driving through South Dakota, and all I saw was not that many more stops. You get to the drug wall, like from one side to the other was literally some fucking thing called the drug. I don't even know what it was. I'm actually mad that I didn't stop off to see the drug wall, but I didn't. I literally to this day don't know what the fuck it is, what the fuck it even means. The drug wall of South Dakota.
It turns out like all the states' lines, borders, and such are kind of just arbitrary, you know. And so like, any two places, what's the difference between Vermont and Maine or something? Like, doesn't matter if you see both of those places.
Oh, it's called Wall Drug Store. My bad. That's what it was.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's just
Wall
like
Drug.
Wall Drugstore. That's it, I think. You know.
Yeah, it's like a
First
big
Walgreens or something. First Walmart, maybe.
Is that what it is?
Is it the Walton families?
Oh, it does have like the old school fucking Walgreens looking thing on there.
Walgreens, yeah.
The little like the fucking little pot with the little whatever that is, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's why it's just like, whoa, come see the first. It's like, if you're in Seattle, go see the first Starbucks.
That's what it was. Okay.
Whatever.
I just drive down. I was like, nothing about that sounds appealing to me. Why would I want to go there? And now I know what it was. Damn, I'm kind of upset I didn't go now. I mean, I'm sure I'll drive through there again at some point, but because we had went to Washington for one of my buddy's weddings, and we were driving through instead of flying because I was terrified of flights. And actually, Kelsey's wedding was the first time I ever flew in my life because we physically could not drive, financially wise. And I was like, well, I have to make a decision. Either I go to Kelsey's wedding or I chicken out and don't go because I'm terrified of flying.
Yeah.
And I got on a plane. Wasn't happy about it. But I'll say this. The entire time before the plane, I was a wreck, dude. I was sweating bullets. I'm looking up like all these different things that can happen wrong with a plane, all this other shit. The moment I stepped in the airport, it was like I was a completely different person. I was like, I mean, the chance of a plane ever going down due to turbulence, like fucking nobody dies from turbulence. It doesn't fucking happen. Like, like I completely became a different person. And now it's like every time I think about a plane, I'm like, vacation, baby, let's go. I am all about sitting in an airport, getting on a plane. Let's do it, dude. All about it. Because, I mean, I used to drive everywhere. I mean, a lot of people somewhat know this, some don't. But it's like, I was born and raised in the South. Came literally all the way to the other side of the fucking country. So from Wisconsin to fucking Texas, I mean, I can't go any other side of the fucking country than that. So making trips every year to go down and see my family, go down and see friends, and I would drive every fucking time. Every time. And we'd go 2, maybe sometimes 3 times a year. Every time. That's a long time to drive. Like, you basically, it's like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm going to take like 5 days off for vacation time. Realistically, one of those days are driving. One of those. I'm sorry, 2 of those days are driving because you've got to drive back.
Yeah, come back.
So it's like, fucking, it's not worth it, man. Whenever I could take it, like, jump on a plane. Like, whenever I went to Las Vegas for Comic-Con, to know that I left Wisconsin and hit Las Vegas in 3 hours and 43 minutes, I was like, bruh, this is fucking magical, dude. Oh, I love planes now. Absolutely love planes now.
Planes are good.
They're fucking great. Love them. So, damn, Wall Drug. I'm upset. I gotta see the Wall Drug now, dude.
Yeah, I'm actually maybe wrong about being a Walgreens. I was looking.
It's like a Walgreens or like a CVS or some shit, because they've got like that old school. I'm trying to think.
What it is just like a historical store, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't.
Established in 1931 as a simple roadside stopover for free ice water, Wall Drug in western South Dakota has evolved into a kitschy mecca of dining, shopping, and dinosaur spotting.
It's like a mall now.
Yeah, it's basically a mall.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the country. I mean, that, you know, the most exciting thing to go see in South Dakota is just stores. Kind of Minnesota, see our big mall.
Like, there's things to see in Illinois, but I tell you right now, dude, especially going down as many times I did, I hated driving through Illinois. It's the longest state to get through, first off. Mm-hmm. And second, it's like every fucking 5 miles. Check out fucking Lincoln.
Yeah, we love him.
Lincoln, obviously. Yeah. Fucking obviously. You have nothing else going on, just Lincoln.
The drive from Chicago to, like, U of I, there's just a bunch of nothing between.
It's fucking nuts, dude. I still got to make a trip down to fucking Illinois, though. I got, so there's this escape room company up here called DOA. Mm-hmm. And, like, they, like, historically make their escape rooms to be, like, what they're based off of. So they started, I believe, in Wisconsin. Yeah. They started out in the Wisconsin Dells. And their rooms are based off of H.H. Holmes, America's first serial killer.
Oh, the murder guy, yes.
Yeah, so they have one that's the hotel room, and then they have one that's the basement. And I've done both of those. Super fun. And then they have, like, some kitschy ones, more for, like, geared towards kids, like the circus, and then something else. Done very well. Like, I actually felt like I was in an old school hotel when I was in that room. It was fucking nuts. And then they have one of them in Illinois, and it's Al Capone's car garage.
Cool.
And apparently you're like a mechanic and you found like a briefcase of money while you were working on one of the cars, and Al Capone knows that you took it, so you have an hour to get out of this fucking garage before he shows up. I'm like, oh dude, that's so fucking cool, dude.
So yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
In Chicago, where's that?
Let me take a look. I want to say it was like 2 hours from Madison or something.
Wasn't like Schaumburg or some shit?
I think it was DOA. Yeah, DOA, Room Escape. And DOA roomescape.com. Locations. Apparently, I guess they're doing a Titanic in there now.
Ooh. Oh no, if you escape the Titanic, you're just outside on the water.
Right? You're just gonna freeze, dude.
Yeah.
The fuck is this? DOA unlocked. Oh, apparently Titanic's like a huge one. Like fucking multiple fucking people in there. 12 people. That's a lot of people.
That's too many people. That's too many people.
That's too many people.
You get to cooperate.
I hate doing it with people I don't know. That's the part that pisses me off. Like, we went and did one in Portland, and it wasn't this company. And, like, immediately within the first couple seconds, somebody picked up the walkie and was like, yeah, can I have a hint? I'm like, bruh, we ain't even been here that long. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. I was pissed. I tried to get out of those with no fucking hints. Like, don't be that guy. That's why I'd rather just, like, fucking invite people and then, like, get a room. Because that's how we did it when we did the first one. And shit like that. I'm trying to see. Okay, here we go. The rooms. There we go. So they've done a lot of new ones. There's Twister, the outbreak of 1974. The sky blackens as clouds swirl around the city of Ohio. 5 states were just ravaged moments ago by one of the largest tornado outbreaks in the U.S. We got 60 minutes, 8 players. Twister, the blackout experience.
Ooh.
The Titanic. The circus. Ah, they might have got rid of all their fucking H.H. Holmes ones. It looks so. Man. And the Al Capone one, yeah, it looks so. But I think the Titanic one is the one that's down in Illinois. Why is it not giving me the location, though? That's the problem that I'm having here, and it's pissing me off. It just keeps saying Wisconsin or fucking Illinois. It's like,
yeah, that's weird. You think you need to tell us where to go.
Where the fuck I'm going, yeah, it'd be nice. That sucks, dude. I really wanted to do the Al Capone one. I guess I fucking held off for too long. Illinois. Boom. Okay, it is Villa Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Villa Park, Illinois. For the DOA.
I don't get out to there ever.
Never been. Don't know anything about it. Wilderness on the Lake? Know all about because I've been there multiple times.
Oh, it's south. It's more south than I want it to be. Let's say.
Oh, that's why they didn't survive the pandemic.
Oh.
DOA room escape is permanently closed.
I'm not surprised. I guess that's like the worst fucking pandemic thing is to just here's a room with
where we're gonna lock you in.
Room with a bunch of people.
All these water droplets.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Literally the worst business to be in.
There's this one in Madison. So it's actually funny. I went to like a really, really bad one in Madison one time. It's so fucking bad, dude. Where it was like, I'm pretty sure we were in somebody's house. I'm almost 100% positive it was like someone's like house that they had just turned the bedrooms into different locked-in rooms. It was so bad. It was like an alien experiment one where we had to leave. But then there's this other one. I want to say it's called Escape in Time. And this one is in Madison as well. And we went there. And, like, to even get to the place is a locked-in room itself. So you go in through the building, and it's like a 2-story building, and it tells you that the escape room's upstairs. You go upstairs, and you open the door, and it's a candy store. And then, like, a lot of people will open it, and they have cameras in there looking at you. So, like, a lot of people open it, and be like, oh, well, this is where I'm supposed to go. And then, like, you'll go to close it, and they'll be like, hey, are you here for the escape room? And you'll be like, God? Like, you know? but yeah. And then they'll be like, yeah, this is your first test to see if you can make it to the escape room. And so, like, you actually have to fucking solve the whatever to get through there to get to the fucking escape room. It's crazy, dude. It's cool. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, there I feel like I've done 2 rooms, but I think I might have only done 1. But it was we were captured by an alien, and he was taking us back to his planet to sell us off as slaves. And our cryo pods opened up early, and he was still in his. But his was malfunctioning, so in an hour he was going to be up, and they actually had like this fucking like alien locked up in this fucking pod at the far corner of the room, and he would be making noises and shit, like kicking the fucking door and stuff like that, like he's trying to get out, like he's awake, but his pod's not opening for like another hour. And so I'm always the guy, I like to do the goofy shit, like as soon as I get in there, We found like there was like battle armor and like guns. I'm fucking putting the goddamn alien armor on, holstering the guns and shit. I'm that guy, dude.
Especially seems like we should just execute the alien right away.
You would think. Well, that's how it ends, dude. That's how it ends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you do this one thing, and if you get the last clue, it actually cleans his head off, and the door opens up, and his head comes rolling out at the bottom. That's pretty dope.
Fucked up. Okay,
it's pretty awesome, though. Pretty awesome. Fuck that guy. But yeah, so just like whenever I did the H.H. Holmes one in the basement, like they had his like lab coat and his little top hat. I fucking put a little top hat on the fucking lab coat, and I was walking around in that. Fuck yeah, dude. I like to have fun with that shit, dude. It's awesome. Good old escape rooms. But the ones that I like about the DOA is like they have penalties and shit too. So sometimes you'll find a clue. Like I went with somebody to one of them, and she had found a clue, and it said read this clue out loud. And it said clue is on the back, and it flips over. So she starts reading the clue, and then it says after this, because there's like this electric chair in the middle, it says you have to sit in the chair and you're not allowed to move, talk, or speak for the next 15 minutes. Starting now, ... You can't read the bottom of this until you're done. And the bottom of it was the rest of the clue that we needed. So none of us can see it, none of us can read it. And it's like, dude, if you've been in that room for fucking 45 minutes, you are fucked, dude. You are not getting out of that. Because, like, we solved that whole thing. Like, we were fucking just like, man, dude, we're fucking killing it. We got, like, 30 minutes done. Like, we've knocked out all this. And then we got, like, that last part. And then it got to this key. And it's like, put the key up here. We put the key up here. It turned. And then the fucking, like, incinerator opens up. And it's a whole nother fucking room behind it. And I was like, we're not getting out of here. We're not getting out of here in time. It's not happening. I was like, there's no fucking way. I was like, oh my God. And it's a whole nother fucking room, dude. It's totally worth the money. Totally worth the money. Whole nother room. Fucking huge, dude. Huge. A lot of shit to do. So, because the ones that I hate, and I've been to a couple of them where they're the cheaper ones where it's like $20 per person. You go and it's like, just find a key. You're just finding multiple keys to open multiple padlocks, to open like a piece of paper that's going to lead you to your next key to open the next padlock, and they're all sitting next to each other. It's like, you didn't even fucking try. Like, you're just trying to make money off of this.
Had like a fake elevator. No, it was like, I think it was like a thing. Well, it was like you go in it and then like it closes the door and then it shakes as if you're going down a floor, but you're not really, and then it opens to another room.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, they're a lot of fun, dude. They're a lot of fun. So I'll have to do one day when, the pandemic is, finally died off, which we'll see if that ever fucking happens. Fucking Dead Funny team meet up for fucking do an escape room, dude. Yeah. Fucking awesome. Get some team building going. Oh, man. That'd be great. I don't think we would vibe well together at all as a group. It'd be terrible. Trying to get out.
We played that one
PC we did play the escape game. Yeah. Just be me yelling at James the entire time.
And I'm just off in the corner solving a thing myself. I don't want to engage anyone else. Man. I'm just solving this damn puzzle.
I did find another one of those that I want to do. I think you were actually the person I told about it, where it was like you're using like the your depth perception to solve, and it's one person gets to play it and multiple.
Yeah, Superliminal.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's more. I think. Like Portal, I think it's like individual puzzles, kind of less so than room. I think it'd be fun to do like a let's play with that one, or one person plays it. Yeah, a game seems cool.
And everybody else kind of like watches and helps solve puzzles and shit. Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I bet that is actually very frustrating for whoever's playing. Just have people backseat driving.
Like, whoa, hold on, wait, go back. What did that say on that wall? It's like, I read it, asshole. It's like, yeah, but I didn't.
But I got it. You gotta do this.
That's the point, though, dude. That's where the comedy comes into it, man.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Oh, shit. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this podcast. We're right here at the end of it. So if you guys enjoyed this content, make sure you like, subscribe. Also, turn on those notifications. That way you get notified next time we upload another video. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts and views on some of the things that we talked about. Also, we have our Twitter and Twitch links down there in the description below. You can always go follow those for a more direct form of communication, or come hang out and watch us play some video games. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next time.